Bum, bum. In this video, I'm going to answer 7 high impact questions on traffic and leads. So this came from one of the people I work with, asked, hey, you had some other lead strategies for me. What do you recommend? So here's kind of a breakdown of 7 questions that might be helpful. So question number 1, why does traffic generally plateau for most businesses? So I'm not sure it does. I think people's knowledge and skills plateau, so they're tapped out at how much they know to generate more traffic. But I think unless you've captured all of the market, there's always more ways to generate traffic. It's just that there's a knowledge gap and that we don't know how to do it. And so that's usually what happens is people they figure out one way to generate traffic and then they get to the capacity of their skill set with that form of traffic and then they plateau. And so, but there's tons of ways to get leads. So we'll talk about some of them here. So what's the difference between getting more leads and getting the right leads? So a good example I use is if you're going to do a giveaway, which is a great strategy to generate more leads. If you give away an iPad, then you're going to get tons of leads that are interested in iPad, but they might not be interested in your core membership. So getting the right leads is having the right type of bait, having the right type of offer, having the right type of free gift or lead generation magnet. If you're doing memberships, then your free gift should be totally aligned with your membership. So it should be a core, like a slice, a portion of the membership that's sliced off and put over here for a free gift. Because if you can get people that are interested in that free gift, they will also be interested in your membership. It's really important to focus on getting the right leads because having a massive email list of people who don't buy or aren't likely to buy is does you no good. It's just a wasted asset. So really focus, be ruthless about getting the right leads because the more leads you get, the easier it is to grow membership. Besides YouTube, what's another reliable channel for driving leads into a membership? So everything works online, right? You can find Instagram, you can do LinkedIn, you can do YouTube, you can do partnerships, TikTok, everything works. I think one of the mistakes a lot of people make is they choose more than one platform when they get started. So they'll have all of the social media accounts and they'll all be kind of half-assed, right? And coming from the YouTube world, the people who are doing YouTube at a really high level are paying attention to details that everybody else misses who's doing 10 different platforms. Same thing with Instagram, same thing with TikTok, that you need to choose one platform and you need to just go all in and learn everything about that platform so that you can do that at a really high level. All of the channels are reliable. Some are better than others, but a lot of it depends on you and your personality too. If you don't like doing long form stuff, then stay off YouTube. If you don't like social media at all, then you can use, you can use partnership giveaway, growth engines to grow your business. Lots of different ways, but as a business owner, and especially if you're kind of a small membership like the ones that I usually work with, small team, you need alignment. So whatever platform you choose to grow your membership needs to be aligned with who you are, how you act, what gives you energy, because there's a million ways to do it that are wrong for you, and none of those will work. So you really have to ask yourself, what do you like doing? What do you enjoy doing? And then just do more of that. That'll give you sustainability in the long run. How can collaborations or partnerships bring fresh traffic without ads? So collaborations and partnerships are my favorite. If we were to start all over again, and I would start with doing partnerships and collaborations, you can get massive amounts of leads and massive amounts of sales with the right partner. Even, an example of people going on Joe Rogan's podcast and then their business sells out of the product or service that they're buying. People can call it the kiss of death. That's when a partner has so much traffic that they overwhelm your business and end up destroying it, or it's not good because you can't match the supply. What's great about memberships is usually you can scale to the moon, so that won't happen. Um, but partnerships are great. They all have lists. If they're aligned with your membership, if they have a core offer that's similar to what your core offer is, then you can usually tap into their audience. And if your product helps their audience, it's really easy to figure out a collaboration that works. And you can siphon off some of their traffic. Their audience can get a big win because you can teach them something cool or give them something cool. And you can get access to tons of traffic for free. And if you do it right, it's the right traffic. It's really, really high quality. And so partnerships, collaborations are my favorite way to grow businesses. If that's your type of personality, if you have a collaborative personality, that works really well. Can paid ads work for memberships? When is the right time to layer them in? Yes, they can absolutely work for memberships. That is not our forte. We do 100% organic. We've dabbled with ads. We've gotten our butts kicked like a lot of people. And so they can definitely work. It's just not a strategy that we use at this time. What is the best way to get my existing members to bring in new members? So you should have a core referral system, and the better you make the referral system, the more likely people are to refer members. I like doing a win-win. So the person who refers somebody gets something for referring, and then the person who they invited to join that joins also gets something. So both people get a win. One of the mistakes a lot of people make when they try to do referrals is that they will offer like a big commission. If you get somebody to sign up for my coaching, then you'll get, $1,000 or $50 or 50% or whatever. The person who's inviting the person will get paid, but the other person doesn't get anything, and so it ends up feeling kind of sleazy, like they're selling their friend or um, they're doing it for themselves, not for the person that they're inviting. But if you get these two-way referrals, so the person who refers gets something, and then the new person gets in. So, like a yoga mat would be a good example. So if you invite somebody to join a membership, you and your friend both get a yoga mat, right? It gives both people a reason to join, and it doesn't come across as salesy. But yeah, a standard referral program. There's a bunch of different ways you can refer. We like to do an automated one. Once people join, there's an email that goes out that says, "Hey, if you'd like to refer somebody, here's how you do it." And then we do that habitually. So like once a quarter, once a month, we'll say, "Hey, do you know somebody that wants to join this membership? Invite them here, and here's what you get." And so it's got to be consistent. But a referral strategy, a lot of people rest on those. And usually it's because I don't think that they believe that their product is great. If you have a great product, then you have no problem asking people to refer, "Hey, if you know somebody that would like this, send them my way." If you have a great product, that's really easy. But if your product sucks, then it's a lot harder to ask people for referrals because you think the person is thinking, "I'm not going to refer somebody. This product's like, lukewarm. It's not super exciting." So have a great product is the best way. That's the root of this question. What's the best way to get my existing members to bring in new members? Have a great membership. Have a great product. That solves almost all problems. Question number 7. If you lost YouTube tomorrow, what's the first traffic strategy that we would lean on? That's an interesting question. If we still had our content and we just didn't have the traffic, then I would do partnerships right away. Um, and I would do partnerships and I would do free giveaways because those are the two things that are super powerful. I would partner with companies who have BDA businesses with our membership. So if we're doing yoga, then before they do yoga, what might they need to do? Well, they might need a yoga mat. They might need yoga blocks. They might need, they might want essential oils or they might want incense, right? They might want a yoga towel or a slip mat. Those are all products that they might want. I would go partner with those companies and say, "Hey, I'd love to give away one of your products to my audience, or I'd love to give away one of your do a free giveaway with one of your products. Would you be into that?" Usually they'll say yes. They will also email or send or generate traffic for you. I would give away the cool thing, and then I would upsell to a new membership. So find companies that are BDA before, during, after your company. Your clients would be purchasing something before they work with you, during their time with you, or after they work with you, BDA. I would find as many people who are BDA partners as possible, and I would just start doing partnerships and collaborations all over the place. And that's what we do to replace YouTube traffic. But I also think that if you're a membership and you like coaching and teaching, YouTube is one of the most powerful platforms for memberships. Because if you do it right, it's evergreen, it builds authority and credibility, so you look like an expert. And it can generate leads while you sleep. So YouTube is one of my favorite strategies, but partnerships, collaborations is my next favorite strategy. So if you want help generating more leads, I have a Skool group. There's a link below this video. Feel free to join. If not, I hope this is helpful for you.